Hi everyone, this is Killshot from 99 Gaming. This is The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 15. Clues and a big question we're going to ask in today's stream. Can Henry survive? So I do have to warn you, we are going to have spoiler references. It's not just going to be about Henry, but there are some clues that are out there. We're going to talk about some other predictions, how it ties into the spoilers. If some of these spoilers could be wrong, they're typically not, so I do want to say the spoilers that have been provided through Spoiling Dead's fan page. You guys know they have a track record of being extremely accurate. But I will say there was a list that they put out. There's a couple things that are called into question. Like they did put out a list that had Kelly on it. Then they came back with a final list. Now it said it wasn't confirmed, so we get that. But Kelly was added, then taken off. But we don't know. The list could have Pike victims, and maybe Kelly dies in another way. And a big name that's circulating out there is Ezekiel, because Ezekiel was seen filming in 16. But now there's some people saying it could be an alternate type of death. We're going to talk about just a few of those things. But I do kind of want to start with Henry. But before we get into that, let me give a super shout out to all of you guys for the month of March. We had a goal. I think at the end of April, we were doing double shots, 2 streams a night. And then in March, I was challenged to do a Walking Dead stream every day for the month of March, not even a day off. And we've been doing not only 1, but 2 in a lot of cases. We're almost there. Another week, and guys, give this video a thumbs up if I can have a day off sometime in March. At least one day off in March would be nice. But we're going strong. We're going strong tomorrow. This will be the last stream today. Tomorrow we're going to have probably Coffee with Kills. We're going to have a noon stream. We're going to have a 3 o'clock stream over on our 999 Dead channel. We're going to have an 8 o'clock countdown. And, of course, we are going to have our reaction video. What's up, Man Bun? Man Bun is in the house. Thanks for being here. We got a little moderator action. There's Kels. Thank you so much. Steph was here a little bit ago, so Emmy might have some stuff going on. Haven't heard from Emmy yet, but maybe she'll pop in. But regardless, we got the crew here. One more stream today, guys. We can get through this, and then tomorrow is going to be madness. And it's probably going to be one of the best Walking Dead days that we've had, because there's a lot of emotion, a lot of passion, a lot of polarizing theories that are out there. Who lives, who dies, who you want to live, who you want to die. And then there's just going to be all of us kind of sitting around in a room and trying to figure it out and talking about how good the episode was, because it is going to be a good episode. Even if you don't 100% agree with the list, I still think you're going to like the story. Hippo is in the house. Thank you, Hippo. Appreciate you being here. So let me start out. This was just something I was mulling through, and I wanted to get the video out, just not to stake a claim. Stake, there's that word again. Not just claim, hey, we got something out there and it was right, but just to point out some things that would be a cool story. And if it were to happen this way, would it make a little bit of sense? Because when the Pike list came out, and Gage could die, okay? Gage might be murdered by Alpha, and maybe he never makes a Pike. But we also have heard that Henry's a Pike victim, Addie, Rodney. And there are some similarities between Henry and Gage. Take a step back, look at the border scene from a distance. Gage's face could look like Henry. Just the reality. But also one of the hidden clues, Henry changed shirts. So Henry does have this compass shirt on. Now I'm just going to give you a really, really strange comparison. Judith said to Negan, the compass will help you find your way. Henry is wearing a compass shirt. Gage's name is a means of measuring, like a gauge kind of, a little handheld device, looks like a compass. And if you do get on a boat and leave, you might need a compass to guide your way. So there's 4 really weird hidden clues. I'm not saying The Walking Dead is kind of tricking us or doing that, but Sadik, Pete, Michonne, all left on a boat. Is it possible that Henry and Lydia might hit the highway and start a life of their own? Henry has said that he was looking for a place where he fit in. He did not fit in the kingdom. He went to Hilltop. He didn't fit in there. He found love. Lydia finally took a stand. She will stand up to Alpha. Alpha runs into Lydia at the fair, and Lydia says, I'm staying. So all of these things put together, I just think it would be a cool story, especially if we go full circle. What if Negan actually gets out and is the one to distract Alpha or to save Henry? Then I think you got just an amazing roundabout. So I think the odds of that happening are less than 1%, I do have to tell you. But it is fun to talk about hidden clues and whether or not they can pan out. And Jenna Panda says, oh, Lord, can you imagine if Kang thought that far into this? This is genius. So what are you saying, Gina, that the fact that I thought that far into it would make me a genius? I would. I think some of my ideas on The Walking Dead have been good ideas. Call me. Angela, call me. Scott Gimple, call me. Robert Kirkman, I'll write a comic book issue. I like to get the clues out there. I would think that far into it. If it doesn't happen that way, it's not going to be bad. It's still fun to speculate and to talk about it, but there's a few other things, and it's a play on words. So you guys saw the initial list from Spoiling Dead's fan page. It had Diane on it, it had Kelly on it, and it said, these are possibilities. So they didn't come in and say, this is the way it's going to happen. But then they published a list of 9 people, and everybody got really excited about 9 people. And then they added Ozzy to the list. So we have seen the list change already. So the question I have for the Army right now, is it possible that that list of 10 people is not 100% accurate? Just based on what we've seen over the last week. I'm not asking you to bash the Spoiling Dead's fan page because we love them. They are great. They get good information. But is it possible that they could be wrong on one of them, or maybe 2 of them, or their source was just a little bit off? Okay, so we acknowledge that possibility. So it's possible that they add another name today or tomorrow, right? So maybe instead of 10, how many people have heard that there are 12 pikes? Give this video a thumbs up and type in chat if you've heard there are 12. William, The Walking Dead Billboard, said 13. The number that I heard was 12. Right. So who are the other 2? If we've got a list saying these are the confirmed ones of 10, and if there are 12, then that means that the spoilers don't have all the information. And if they don't have all the information, if you're going to outline somebody like Frankie, then there could still be another major character that gets put on the chopping block that we don't know about. So Hippo says, look, I'm hoping for more piked heads. But there's other people, Janet Person, there you go. Could it be Nabila? Nabila's one that we strongly predicted could go down. And we haven't really thought about the impact of Jerry. So if Kelly's not predicted on a pike, and look, the other 2 could be Kelly and Diane, right? Because they were rumored to be dead. But the other thing that could happen is that we could have many, many more deaths that are not pikes. These are the 10 that are confirmed to be on the pikes. So there could be 2 more on the pikes, but there could also be other people to die. Now, where it gets a little tricky is, you know what? That's a great question, 2 hands in a radio. Why is Sadik given a memorial instead of Father Gabriel? Interesting. Have not even stopped to think about that. That is an amazing, amazing comment. Is it possible that Father G is dead, and that's why Sadik is doing all the talking? That is good. So let me say this, first of all. And I know many of you tune in because we talk spoilers and we talk predictions. And I've heard in the past, many of you tune in because you like hanging out with me, and we do those things. But let me just turn that around to 2 hands in a radio. This is why I tune in. I tune in for each of you. And in addition to me being here, I want you guys to really give credit and give some credence to what other people in the Army are saying. This is what makes our videos unique It's not just me with a microphone saying, you got to believe this because this is the way it happens. Some of our best theories are based exactly on comments like that. Now, could two hands in a radio be wrong? Absolutely. Could be totally off base. But if we don't get together and sort of funnel it down and talk about it and debate it live, and the fact that we can kind of call on people and get the ideas out here in the middle of the stream and sort of formulate an idea that's not posted and then reviewed and then disputed and then trolled and then criticized and then cussed, that we do it and we get all the point of views out there, I think that really is the way to drill down. We got Angie Homan with a super chat. Says, does anyone know who wrote the episode Big Factor? Someone posted it the other day. Was it, I thought I saw Alexander? I'll have to go back. I thought somebody posted it. Tommy, the 10th pike got added 6 hours or so. There were two things that got added. A 10th pike got added, and Ozzy was the 10th. And then the Sadik story got told. So, I'm not saying... All right, let me just speculate. And I have to speculate it with a microphone. And you guys, you can disagree. Could Sadik be working with a partner? I know it sounds a little crazy. It's going to sound a little goofy. But apparently, Sadik is tied up to a tree when they find him. So Alpha didn't kill him. And his story is that Alpha wanted him to kill them, and he refused, and she knocked him out and tied him to a tree. Now, that sounds weak to me. It just does. Now, I don't think Sadik tied himself up, but could Sadik still be a traitor? Isn't that just a little bit suspicious with all the things in the story? Why not just kill him? Why leave him there? I want to get your thoughts on that. We got Sheila Beasley. Whatever happens, we're going to need some 999 therapy. Sheila, we will. And that's the thing is I've been really trying to promote over the last couple days, because I do have a lot of faith in you, and I have a lot of faith in our maturity and professionalism. I'm hoping that the taunting and I was right about this tomorrow, because there's going to be some emotion. It's going to be a very emotional episode, and I'm just going to ask you guys to be sympathetic toward people that, if Tara's their favorite character, be sympathetic toward that. She's not mine. I'm not a fan of Tara. I'm neutral with Tara. But I won't celebrate the death of Tara because I know the impact it has on a lot of our viewers. But I do think I'll still be emotionally attached to the people, not just you, but the people on the show that have a connection to Tara. That's going to be a little bit of the difference. But we'll absolutely be here, and we will be doing a little bit of therapy. So kind of back on the Sadik thing. There's just a lot that apparently we don't see with Sadik. I'm just not ready to... I'm not ready to trust him, but I'm not ready to blame him. It's weird. And the fact that he is going to be the one talking at the memorial, and as Two Hands in the Radio brought up, why not Father G? Why Sadik? Is it possible? Is it possible? We've talked about this love rhombus. Could Sadik get Father G killed because he wants to be the sole provider for Rosita and be the father of his child? Think about that. I think that's a big possibility. Could he sell out Father G because he wants to be with Rosita? And now he feels like that's his only way. It would be diabolical. I don't disagree. Ray's like, that would be crazy. Lynn Nesbitt, it's a good point. Well, I mean, you know something that might have really dug down to him that I noticed? Okay, Rosita's sick. She walks out, and Sadik wants to help. He's like, let me, no, I'm fine. It's not that. And then the way she just discounted everything with him. So, question I have for you. Is it possible that Sadik was not very experienced and fell for Rosita the way that Henry fell for Lydia? Is that a possibility? Is it a possibility that for Sadik to be intimate, he really loved Rosita? That it meant something to him? Deborah Johnson, I get that. Maybe for Rosita, but is it a possibility it meant more to Sadik? So, then is it also a possibility that when he went out there and he was checking on her, and she goes, when we were having fun, and she just discounted everything that they had together. And now he has an attachment. It's a zombie apocalypse, and now this is going to be my baby, and somebody else is going to be raising it. Is it possible that he cut a deal with Alpha? I'm trying to piece this together because there were rumors out there that Sadik was a traitor. And this would validate that. A kind of a backroom deal. Look, tie me up. I'll give you the people you want. Tie me up and act like I was captured. You take this guy, get him out of my life, and then I can move on with my family. I think it's a real possibility. And then all of a sudden, they throw us this curve and let Sadik speak. Oh, man, if Father G dies and he's not piked, if he's just killed and Sadik is the traitor, whew, that would be deep. So, once again, Angela Kang, call me, Angela. I would make this happen. Sadik become the new Shane. I like it. It does. It seems a little malicious, but you know what? Desperate times call for desperate plots, and we need a desperate plot. All right, so we got the Gage conspiracy theory, Gage, Henry, that type of thing working. But Lydia is in love with Henry. Can we acknowledge that? Lydia is going to stand up to Alpha and stay behind. I mean, it takes a lot to put her foot down and leave. There's no trickery with this at this point. She ain't going back again. Now, I can also see how a Henry death would play into this, because Lydia Lydia just now made the commitment, and Alpha's like, fine, you can stay. And then Alpha to take away the one thing that her daughter really wants. It definitely escalates Alpha's story. It also hurts Carol, hurts Daryl, hurts Ezekiel. So the Henry death is a big deal if it does play out that way. Because it's going to carry us into the war. Much like Carl's death probably ended the war, Henry's death is going to be a catalyst. But it always gets worse before it gets better. And, Alpha releasing Daryl, Carol, Yumi, and Michonne. And somebody said this a little bit earlier, and I do like this theory. Is this... my theory has been that Judith will free Negan. And I thought, okay, well, based on Michonne being captive, that sounds good. And a lot of you guys are on board with that. But just imagine this. And I know some people put this is not my theory, but I do like it. And I like this as an alternative. After Alpha taunts Michonne, Daryl, Carol, and Yumi. After Michonne sees firsthand this is a twisted, sick woman that is never going to start. Or never going to stop, sorry. Never going to stop haunting them. And after they see the size of this massive Whisperer Walker group. And after they see this border scene and all these heads. Is it possible, just slightly possible, that it clicks with Michonne, we need a twisted son of a gun named Negan to really get out there and get after her? Is it possible that Michonne realizes that Negan is the person that can go out there and do it, and uses everything that Negan said? When Negan kept saying, your husband Rick, he saw a bigger purpose for me. Is it possible that Michonne at that moment clicks and says, you know what? Rick was right. You want to talk the talk? Then get out there and do something. I think that's something that is going to start to gain a little bit more steam. I think it's going to set the stage for season 10. And I also think it would set the stage for Michonne to bow out, because her style has been questioned. She's kept people safe for a while. She second-guessed herself. But Negan being able to do that, Negan being able to take that brutal aspect. And as we know from the comics, Negan is the one who takes down Alpha. So, Gouche, super chatting. Thank you so much. You got a follow-up comment for the group, Gouche? Appreciate the super chat. Just a shout out, something, hey, what's up, 999 Army? Enjoy your Saturday. If not, I'll do it. But appreciate that. Appreciate all your support. The last shady walking marvel. Negan will never take over, dude. Okay, dude. That wasn't the gist of it. It's not Negan rebuilding a group. It's not everybody falling in line with Negan. It's giving Negan the responsibility to go out and prove himself. I don't expect that there's going to be people ready and willing to serve what he wants to do. However, Negan's story is not going to end in that jail cell. Negan's story is not going to be occasional conjugal visits. Negan's story is going to be to infiltrate the Whisperers and to make a difference and help them win this war. Let's think of the tools that Alpha has at her disposal. Alpha has loyal followers. Alpha has a herd of walkers. Alpha has baby bombs, and she's willing to leave them for the emotional impact. Alpha has the ability to scout people and to sneak into a fair and kill people under your nose and to taunt you about it and to free you and say, now try it again. We've emotionally destroyed you. We can outthink you. We can out-brutalize you. We can beat you at whatever game you want to play. I'm sorry, but Aaron is not crafty enough to come up with that. I'm sorry, but the king is distraught and beat down. Daryl is not a strategist. He will lay his life on the line. So you got some tools at your disposal, but you need a Negan. You need somebody. If Alpha can sneak into the fair under their nose, you need Negan to sneak into the Whispers under their nose. Just like in the comic. It's tit for tat. Why are you making the Whispers seem worse than the Saviors? Oh, yeah, it will certainly play out that way. Well, Floss Boss, for one, the Saviors did beat down a couple people, but they didn't cut 12 heads off and put them on a pike and say, don't cross this line. Little different. Eli, Montserrat, I hope it happens just like that. Negan gets a bat. I certainly think that when all is said and done, it hasn't seemed like that yet, but we've said from day one, the Whispers, there's going to be no gray area with the Whispers. And many of the Saviors came over to the group. When this is done, I think there's zero chance, other than Lydia, that any Whisperer is accepted by a community. I don't think they will be allowed. I think they all die. And there you go, Khaleesi. I mean, the Saviors would not have left a baby for the Walkers to eat. I mean, there are some distinct differences. But it's not, I don't think it's going to play out in a way where one person rises above the rest, unless it's Aaron. I mean, Aaron has the ability to see all points of view. But other than Aaron, I don't see the group gravitating toward Ezekiel. Remember, Ezekiel's the one that put together the fair and got all the communities together. Probably not the best of ideas. Daryl has been a rogue on many occasions and gotten a lot of people killed. Negan kills a lot of people. Michonne, there's trust issues. Aaron is probably the one that is the most grounded, that can see the potential and how everybody can play into it. I certainly could see Aaron taking over, but doing it in a way that gets everybody involved. But I still think there's some behind-the-scenes stuff that has to go down. I think there's some trickery. Look, we got a long episode on Sunday night. The spoilers were good, but the spoilers, there's at least 5 or 6 questions that people have. So here's the question that I'm going to ask for you. If you guys could pick, hold on, now I got Tyler super chatting. Do you think it's possible for that Alpha sees Henry and Lydia walking around the fair together, and that's why she kills him? Tyler, I think there's a lot of reasons why Alpha could kill Henry, if that's the way it goes down. Yes, that's part of it. The fact that she's wasted resources to come back looking for her daughter, that she's lost walkers. Beta was in a tough situation because of that. She keeps getting questioned by her people why her daughter's so important to go back. So I certainly think she could say, you know what? I can kill the person that caused all the problems, which is Henry, and I can leave Lydia here, even though Lydia wants to be left here, because she'll gain more favor with her own group. She can go back to them and say, this group is more important. See? There was conflict, and I sacrificed my daughter. So it's a win-win for her. And then she puts up the border scene, and it increases her own morale. Like, yes, we are the baddest of the bad again. Alpha's going to use it to her advantage. So, based on all the spoilers you know, all the pikes, and watch this, because this is going to show you how much we still don't know about the episode. Based on what you do know, what question is still unanswered that you're most looking forward to on Sunday night? One of them is, will we get to see the deaths? Is there any other people that die? Type your question in right now. Because if you think it's going to be a boring episode, I'm going to show you all the things that Spoiling Dead fan page still does not know. How does she lure people away, says David Henderson. That's great. They don't know. They don't know how it happens yet. So, look, there might be some more spoilers that will come out. That's the big question, right? Where's she putting the bodies from the head, says Deidre. We don't know that yet. Who else dies besides the Pikes, says Sheila. We don't know. Will Negan be released? Don't know. Are there going to be a couple more Pikes? Now, we know that Ezekiel gives her a tour. We know she's wearing a green dress. We know she scalped Hilda. But based on the spoilers, we got about 20 to 30 minutes of information. We don't have the other 40 minutes or so that we're going to see. So there's a lot that still has to play out. David Henderson wants to know, where's Dog? There are flashbacks, absolutely. There's flashbacks of the people. You're absolutely correct with that. But my understanding were the flashbacks weren't just how she lured them, but the flashbacks were kind of some moving emotional moments of that character. Now, if we get a flashback with Henry, then we know. But apparently Henry is last. And I don't know if all the characters get flashbacks, so that's not clear either. Is Oceanside at the fair? There you go. There's another question. So keep the questions coming. We're going to wind us down in a couple minutes, but as most of the spoilers have been really, really good throughout this whole season, we've watched the episode, and the episode was actually better than the spoilers because we didn't have it kind of line for line, and we shouldn't. So I still think there's going to be some surprises. And one of the questions that we ask at the end during our reaction video is, what was not included in the spoilers that you were most surprised to see? And I think that's a question that I'm really, really looking forward to seeing with each and every one of you. With that, we have got 300, 400 people here on a Saturday morning. Thank you so much. You guys do me a huge, huge favor. Make sure to hit that like button if you have a good time, if you're part of the 999 Army. William the Walking Dead Billboard says, I hate wanting people to die, but I need this emotional roller coaster on the show. I do agree, William. Whether I agree with the list or don't agree with the list, some loss is needed because it's been too good for too long, and I think we got to be taken down a little bit to sort of rise back up. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the loss, the hope, the relationships, the mystery, the clues, and then I'm really looking forward to 16 because I don't think it's going to be a major cliffhanger, but I still think there's going to be enough of a cliffhanger that there's going to be questions that we need to debate, that we need to talk about, that we need to find between the end of Season 9 and the beginning of Season 10. With that being said, everybody, thank you so much for everything you've done throughout the month of March. You guys have been absolutely incredible. As I said, 2 brand new patrons joined yesterday. DeMilo Young and also Segan Humble. Also members. You guys can see our members in green. All the members, do me a favor. If you guys can type our mod emojis. If you guys can show Emmy, Steph, Tommy, Kels, a little bit of emoji action. We're up to 33 members. If we get up to 40, we will be doing something really cool. We're going to be picking one of you, which is a 999 Superfan, and I'll message back and forth, and you guys will tell me something that means something to you, and every couple weeks we're going to add a fan emoji. So 7 more members, and I think we'll get there within the next few days because we just had a tremendous uptick in sponsorship. Also want to give a special shout out to our moderators, as I said, Emmy, Steph, Tommy, Kells, all the super chatters, everybody that is not only supporting this channel, but are my partners on this channel. You guys make this happen every single day. If you guys weren't showing up, getting involved, talking in the streams, then we would not be at the level we are today, and right at 90,000 subs. So amazing group of people. Thank you so much, Will Saint. Much love to the 999 Army and Kills, and right back at all of you guys. So everybody do me a big favor. Give me a 999 in chat right now. I know I can't get everybody because the streams are going to be big. And tomorrow night during the reaction video, I would expect a couple thousand people in the reaction video. So it is going to be chaotic. It is going to be madness because our reaction videos always are. And let me do as many shout outs as I can right now. So I want to say what's up to Vippo. Also to the Walking Dead enthusiast. Thank you. Dale Ellis Jr. I'm sorry, Dale Ellis Smith Jr. I just made you into a basketball player. Dandy. Thank you for being here. Janet Person. Alan Arthur. Anna Cole. Jennifer Flaherty. Thank you. Gina Crockett, thank you. Pleasure. Little Chi, 721, thank you. Joey the Gator. Dan Dev, 65. Always going to love that 65, Dan. Fellowship of the Green, thank you. Love the name. Deborah Johnson. Bailey Saxton, thank you. Diana C. Julia Muse, Anna Smith, Kevin Barnwell. Lewis Jones, thank you. Ray Beard, loving the 999 logo. Floss Boss, thank you. Appreciate that. Troy Mattingly. Joyce Andrews, Civilian. Dolphin Smooth, 88. Bumblebee Brown, thank you. Michelle McGee. Pamela Irvin. Lisa Rawls. And also, do me a favor. Some of you guys typing 999. If you're brand new, and this is your first, second, or third stream, give me a 444 in chat. Because I'm going to give a special shout out to some of our brand new people and just give you a quick message. Tomorrow, why some people are new or typing that, we will start with Coffee with Kills early in the morning. Also, we're going to do 12 o'clock stream, 3 o'clock stream on our other channel, 8 o'clock stream, and also a reaction video. So we got Gary Page, Sean Stillwell, Sue Stewart, Daryl Stoltz, Star Officer, Danky Udall, Burkler 92, Challenge Mode, Ames Hart, so many new people here. Civilian. Here is my goal, and we try to do this every day. First of all, thank you. Hopefully you guys subscribe and come back and you like being with this group. But I also want to say that we try to keep bad actors and trolls out. I mean, there's always going to be some that show up. So I know not every stream does that, not every channel does that, and they let some of just people run wild and they're rude and they start out with a comment like, hey, stupid, I disagree. You're not going to get that here. We try to be the most respectful of others' opinions, and if you like that, we definitely want you to come back. So thank you so much. Appreciate all the new people being here. We continue to grow. And I also want to thank all the people who have been here for a long time that continue to make our channel the most receptive and best Walking Dead channel that you will find anywhere. I'll throw down that gauntlet and put our group up against anybody else. Thank you so much for everything that you guys do, and I will see all of you tomorrow morning for a little bit of coffee with Kills. Thanks, everybody. Peace.